welcome everybody, and I apologise for the delay in the start. We just have to make sure that everyone here is enrolled and eligible to vote. And so we have 29 electors here today, which is a record. So that's wonderful. And of course our City Council. So there's 38 people in the room today that are eligible to vote. As the Shire President, I open the annual Electors meeting at 2:40. And welcome everybody, including our councillors who are in attendance today, the CEO and the staff, and of course all of our electors that are in the room. So the annual general meeting of electors of the district are to be held once every financial year. The purpose of this meeting is to accept the annual report and then to deal with general matters, including public questions and any notice of motions. Please ensure that you have confirmed as an elector of the district prior to the commencement of this meeting, as only electors of the Shire of Harvey are allowed to participate in the meeting. Each elector is entitled to one vote on each matter to be decided, but does not have to vote. And all decisions are to be made by a simple majority, and voting is to be conducted by a show of hands, ensuring that no voter's vote is a secret. Only electors are entitled to move motions and vote at the meeting. Both the mover and the seconder can speak for a maximum of 5 minutes, and both must state their name and address prior to moving or seconding a motion. Voting will only take place after a motion that has been moved and seconded has been provided in writing to the administration in full. Should a notice of motion be carried, it is not to be taken as a notice of approval. All decisions made at the electors meeting are to be considered at the next practical ordinary council meeting, where a formal decision of council will be made. Any questions asked and taken on notice will be provided within the next ordinary council meeting minutes. An audio and visual record will be made by means of live streaming of these proceedings and uploaded to the Shire's YouTube page for viewing. Excuse me. Acknowledgement of country. The Shire of Harvey acknowledges the traditional custodians of the land and their continuing connection to the land, water and community. We pay our respects to all members of the Aboriginal communities and their cultures, and to elders past, present and emerging. Record of apologies. We have apologies today from Councillor Holly, and we have a leave of absence from Councillor Junior. Confirmation of minutes. The annual general electors meeting Tuesday the 28th of February 2023. We have a recommendation that the minutes of the 21-22 annual general electors meeting held on Tuesday the 28th of February as attached be confirmed as a true and correct record. So I'm looking for a mover. Councillor Colvin, the seconder. Councillor Caboni, thank you. I'll put it to the vote. All those in favour? Against? Carried. Thank you. All right, before we move on to the receipt of the annual report, I would like to use this opportunity to achieve some of the, identify some of the highlights from the previous financial year 22-23, which the annual report relates to. So the Shire of Harvey has celebrated a population milestone with more than 30,000 people now calling the Harvey region home. Many key projects were progressed, including stage 1 of the $3 million upgrade to the iconic Australian jetty, the $2.2 million construction of the promenade extension, and remedial works at the Lishanot Leisure Centre pool. The Harvey Recreation and Cultural Centre was successful in receiving an $80,000 grant as part of the state government's In the House funding program, which resulted in 21 cultural performances and events, attracting over 3,000 attendees. and the HRCC also opened its 24-hour gym. The Leisure Centre saw casual visits exceeding 55,000 and more than 71,000 attendees using the court facilities. Our libraries continue to provide outstanding services and programs and welcomed 62,000 patrons through the door and delivered over 1,000 program sessions. They also held the Shire's inaugural Literacy Festival, which is a 2-day event offering free literacy-based activities, workshops and author talks. Over $586,000 in community grant funding was allocated to community-based organisations for a diverse range of projects. The Harvey Sustainability Fund Partnership saw $139,000 in funding awarded to community development projects, and the Coastal Community Fund Partnership provided $100,000 for the Bidding Up Community Garden Bidding Up State Park project. The 12-month RV Friend Trial commenced. The Country Sounds Musical Festival showcasing Lee Kernahan and Casey Chambers was held in Brunswick, and the 2023 Australasian Enduro Championships were held in Harvey. There was also the commencement of the Mural Arts Project. The Shire was endorsed as a Water Rights Council and planted over 8,000 seedlings throughout the Shire. The Council also adopted the Shire of Harvey Climate Change Declaration and the Climate Change Corporate Mitigation Action Plan. We celebrated our local homegrown heroes during the 2023 Community Awards, which included Daryl Fishwick, Maureen Foss, Tana Cam receiving the Appreciation Award, Marion Lofthouse receiving the Meritorious Service Award, Lot 208 receiving the Community Service Award, and Taylor Larkin the Youth Award. And we also welcomed 89 people as Australian citizens who have chosen to live in our Shire. And this is just the tip of the iceberg in what has been achieved during the financial year 22-23. I would like to acknowledge our previous Shire President, Councillor Paul Gillett, and previous councillors Tammy Jackson, Paul Beach, Amanda Lovett and Francis Burton, who contributed to these achievements during their time as councillors. And I also thank the returning councillors and welcome our new councillors on board. The Shire faces challenges on many fronts, and we, like many other organisations and businesses, are not immune to the economic and fiscal pressures. Our growing population faces increased demands on services, ongoing maintenance for our ageing buildings, and planning infrastructure for future growth. Demand for new recreational parks and ovals, affordable housing and rental shortages, rising costs of materials and labour are just to name a few issues. And moving forward in these challenging times will require strategic planning, guidance and effective governance from your council. I wish to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of all our staff, both past and present, led by our CEO Annie Regan along with her directors, who through their collective efforts, hard work and commitment to the task at hand will see the Shire of Harvey moving forward, building on our achievements and ensuring that the Shire of Harvey continues to grow and remains to be the best place to live, work and play. So I'll move on to the receipt of the annual report. So I'm looking for a mover. Councillor Ferguson. Mrs. Ferguson, thank you. Do we have a seconder? Councillor Brolin. Mrs. Ferguson, I believe you wish to move the annual report with an amendment as we see up on the screen.
Thank you. Sheila Ferguson, Unit 458 Old Coast Road, Australand. I would like to move the following motion: that the Shire of Harvey annual report for the year ended 30th of June 2023 be received, subject to the text in the highlight box on page 40 being amended to read as follows. A master plan designed for the Australian Community Precinct has been endorsed by Council. Tendering for the design, development and construction documentation of this important project is proceeding.
Thank you, Mrs. Ferguson. That's been seconded by Councillor Bromham, so you now have.
Thank you. My reasons for proposing this motion are as follows. At present, the annual report says that the master plan was endorsed by the Community Reference Group. The minutes of the most recent meeting of the group, held on 7th of June 2023, a copy of which I have here, contain no reference to the plan being endorsed. On the contrary, there was a lot of discussion about various parts of the plan, and concerns were expressed about some major aspects of it. Furthermore, there was an expectation at this meeting that there would be opportunity for community members to have further input into the master plan. For example, page 7 of the minutes states, quote, "It was suggested that a deputation of community members be considered, allowing participation in the council workshop to be held," unquote. And page 8 states, "The reference group need further time to consider direction. Future meetings will be called once a direction is given," unquote. No further discussions with the reference group was held before the master plan was presented to council for approval on 26th of September 2023. I therefore ask you to support my motion so that the annual report is factually correct and reflects the fact that the Community Reference Group has not endorsed the Australand Community Precinct Master Plan.
Thank you, Mrs. Ferguson. Are there any other questions from the floor? Councillor Coleman?
Madam President, I just query if we're going to suggest, as Mrs. Ferguson has stated, that the statement is incorrect, why would we leave in there that tendering for the design and development and construction is proceeding? I would suggest that that conflicts with Mrs. Ferguson's statement.
Councillor Coleman, I'll pass it on to the CEO.
Thank you, Councillor Coleman. Reviewing the endorsed resolution of council was that at the meeting where the master plan was presented, the council endorsed the master plan and proceed to detailed design documentation. So that is a resolution of council. As Mrs. Ferguson mentioned, the text box that accompanied the annual report incorrectly stated that it had been endorsed by the Community Reference Group, it had been endorsed by council, and so I'm in agreement in regards to the changing of that wording to accurately reflect the decision of council.
All right, question, Councillor Coleman.
Thanks, Madam President. When council made that decision, was it based on the understanding that the Community Reference Group did in fact endorse the project?
I don't have the council report in front of me now, but I believe that all of the information that was given to council was factually correct, as relayed to council in regards to the process that has been through, in regards to consultation with the Community Reference Group and also the architects, and a number of concept forum presentations that were made prior to that being adopted by council.
May I comment on that? The wording was that in the council agenda was that it reflected the intent of the Community Reference Group, and I asked a question at the time on what grounds did they make the statement that it reflected the intent, but it didn't say it had been endorsed. It said it reflected the intent of the Community Reference Group. I questioned it and I can't remember what the response was.
Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Ferguson. Are there any other questions?
May I just add one last question, one last comment? There was 4 community members at the third and final meeting of the reference group. I was one of them. I contacted the other 3 community members yesterday by email, and I've heard back from 2 of them who can't be here today, but they fully endorse my comments. Thank you.
All right, so we have in front of us that the annual report has been moved with that amendment, and it's been moved and seconded. If there's no further questions then, I'll put it to the vote. All those in favour, show of hands. Against? Carried. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Ferguson, for those changes. we will now move on to general business, and what I will be doing will be addressing the submitted notice of motions first, before letting members of the public bring forth ones that they have not submitted. So I'll address those that have been submitted in writing first. Then we'll follow with public question time, and questions that have been submitted followed by the ones that have not been submitted. So we have our first notice of motion, which is Ms. Esther Italiano has put forth the following motion, which I will read out. We propose that provisions to be made in the upcoming budget for the 24-25 for the Harvey Accessibility Playground as detailed in the submission to the Shire and received by councillors on Tuesday the 9th of February 2024. Do I have a seconder for that motion? Sorry, I don't know anything.
Brooke Italiano.
Brooke Italiano, yes, seconded by Brooke Italiano. So Esther, would you like to come forward and speak to your motion? Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. My name is Esther Italiano. I live at 197 9th Street in Harvey. Good afternoon to our CEO, our Shire President, our councillors and our community. Our motion is we propose that provision be made in the upcoming budget of 2024-25 for the Harvey Accessibility Playground as detailed in submissions to Shire received by councillors on the 9th of February 2024. Our proposal is together with the Shire's Strategic Community Plan for Connected Communities, 2.7 as stated, an active and healthy community, playground gets children off devices and out with nature, sustainable built environment. 4.1, playgrounds and parks that are vibrant, accessible and well maintained. This will also allow for tourist opportunities. Last year, our Shire had an amazing incentive to start building a more inclusive and accessible Harvey. Sarah Gunning, as part of Advocacy WA, formed a committee of which I am a member called Harvey Community Disabilities Advocacy Network. This group was formed to improve the lives of people with disabilities in our town and create an inclusive and accessible environment for Harvey. Our first step is to build an inclusive playground with toilets, an open and safe space carefully designed to promote play among children of differing abilities, ages and communities. This will give children with or without any disabilities the same platform to play while breaking down barriers, both physically and socially while having fun, and also allowing their parents to reconnect with their friends and feeling proud to invite friends from different towns to their hometown instead of having to travel out of Harvey to access suitable facilities that Harvey doesn't have. Creating a play space that embraces neurodiversities can assist in a child's ability to learn and encourages their self-esteem and confidence in their own abilities. We are here to ask for your help, to do this for our children, our families and our community. We are here to say we want to support the Shire in any way to make this happen. We have already researched much funding from partnerships within local businesses, grants and community fundraising efforts, as stated in our previous proposal. And we have incredible support from Advocacy WA, Honourable Nola Marino MP and Robin Clark MLA. Our dream is to see families and children of all abilities playing together on our community inclusive playground with shade and toilets, wheelchair accessible equipment, water play, a flying fox, net swings. Also seeing children feeling safe and relaxed while walking through the sensory garden while their family enjoys a chat and a barbecue with their friends from here and from out of town. Our dream is this because every child deserves to play. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Brooke Italiano from 8 Pete Street in Harvey. I second the motion put forward by Esther for the Harvey Accessibility Playground. Speaking from my own experience as a mother of 3, with my eldest daughter Ariella having a disability, I feel that the playground suggested in the proposal is long overdue. In addition to the reasons covered by Esther, the real-life impact of having an inclusive playground in Harvey means that I don't have to leave town for my kids to be able to play together. When Ariella has low muscle tone, she cannot support herself on the equipment provided at the current parks in Harvey, and at the end of the day it means that she misses out, while her siblings do not, simply because they were born with different abilities and the environment provided is not conducive of inclusion. This does not happen at other parks where there is a variety of equipment that she can utilise even when her disability is at her most severe. It means I wouldn't have to travel out of town for Ariella to do physiotherapy at a park each fortnight, just because other modern parks are set up to support building core strength, coordination and balance. We teach our kids to be accepting and inclusive, but it's extremely hard to do that if there is not an environment that allows it. I don't want Ariella or other kids to keep missing out or leaving town just so they can play together and feel included. I don't want my other children or their friends to not be exposed to embracing the different needs of others and accommodating all abilities through their play. I want them to see that not everybody is the same and that it's okay because we live in a town that embraces the differences and furthermore celebrates them. This will be an exciting time if we let it be and if we approach it with the dedication it deserves. It's a time where we can make a difference to kids' lives for many years to come. I am confident that this project is worth the time, effort, funds and passion that it will take to see it to completion. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Are there any other speakers for or against? Yes, sorry, yes, Councillor Bone.
Just a question why it's motion's written is it's asking for a provision to be put into the budget. And that can be put into the budget, but it can stay in the budget for 10 years. It's not actually asking that it be built. And usually when we put a motion like this before council, we usually ask the report comes back to council and then we decide to put it into the budget. So I guess I'm probably asking for some wording to go in there that a report comes to council so that we can then still have the provision for it to go into the budget, but so that we can actually vote that it gets done and gets put into the budget, rather than just a provision being put down and considered in the 10-year capital works plan.
Thanks for that, Councillor Boney. And all these motions will come to council, supported by an officer's report for council to make a decision on it. So today we're not saying, we're not approving it, but so it will come to council as part of the next council meeting. Yeah, as part of the next council meeting. And with the officer's report, the council will make that decision. So we can change the shout's wording and rely down any of the motion now. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Thank you. Is there any other questions? Did you want to finish up on anything?
No, just as Councillor Carboni stated there, we would like some sort of guarantee that it will be done soon, as we did state in our last meeting. Yeah, that is a big thing because our children need it now. Thank you.
Okay, so we have that motion in front of us, so I'll put it to the vote. All those in favour? Your hands up, please. I think that's quite unanimous. I'm happy with unanimous. Well done. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right, I invite Mr. Lawrence Wilson. Wilson here. So, Mr. Wilson, you have your motion as written on the screen there. So do I have a second just for Mr. Wilson's your motion first?
Empty votes. 17
Okay, Mr. Wilson, the floor is yours.
Okay, my name's Laurie Wilson and I live at 9 Grosemont Glade, Leshnall, and I have done for the last 20 odd years. And I'd like to address the Council, honourable Council members for the Harvey Shire and President and everyone attending. I propose that the Harvey Shire consider the establishment of a designated road cyclist shoulder between 1 and 2 metres in the community for the safety and well-being of cyclists and motorists alike. This would be in both directions along Old Coast Road from Estuary Drive at Hamilton Road roundabout to the Paris Road roundabout. This would also mean working with the Bunbury City Council to ensure that it is equally funded and an arrangement cohesive. And my rationale for this is safety. The presence of cyclists on roads without designated space poses risks to both cyclists and motorists. Establishing a designated shoulder for cyclists can reduce accidents and improve overall road safety. Encouraging cyclists, providing dedicated space for cyclists demonstrates a commitment to promoting cycling as a sustainable and healthy mode of transportation. This can encourage more people to take up cycling, leading to the benefits such as reduced traffic congestion and improved air quality. In differentiating shared cycleways with pedestrians, it is important to note that the maximum speed is 20 kilometres an hour according to police, and the present ones are meandering, whereas road cyclists can maximise their heart rates by not having the limitations, so providing better health outcomes for them. The legal considerations. In many jurisdictions, cyclists have a legal right to use roadways. Providing a designated shoulder can help clarify the expectations for cyclists and motorists to ensure compliance with relevant laws and regulations. The economic benefits in investing in cycle infrastructures can be a positive economic impact, including increased tourism, improved property values and reduced healthcare costs associated with physical inactivity and air pollution. Community well-being. Supporting cycling contributes to the overall well-being of our community by promoting physical activity, reducing greenhouse gas emissions and fostering a sense of connectivity among residents. Now, the implementation. Conduct a feasibility study to assess the potential locations for the establishment of road cyclist shoulders, taking into account factors such as road width, traffic volume, speed limits and cyclist usage. Just on the Old Coast Road, it's quite a narrow thoroughfare, and a lot of motorists, they actually pull to the side and head into oncoming traffic to pass us, and that's noted. And I cycle around about 6,000 to 8,000 k a year, so I've got a fair bit of experience in that area. Okay, so moving on, we would consult with the relevant stakeholders, including cyclists, motorist groups like the RAC, local businesses and community organisations to gather input and address concerns. Developing a plan for the design and construction of road cyclist shoulder, ensuring that it meets the safety standards and integrates seamlessly with existing road infrastructure. Allocate the necessary funding and resources for the implementation of the project, considering potential sources such as government grants, private partnerships and community fundraising efforts. Monitor and evaluate effectiveness of road cyclist shoulders once implemented, making adjustments as needed to optimise safety and usability. My conclusion is establishing a road cyclist shoulder is a proactive step towards creating safer, more inclusive and sustainable transportation network in our community along the Old Coast Road. By investing in cycling infrastructure, we can enhance road safety, promote active transportation and improve the overall quality of life for residents. I urge my fellow council members and fellow ratepayers to support this motion for the betterment of our community, as this is an important imperative. Thank you for your time and attention. So, you good? Okay.
Timothy Mace, Bevan Loop. I hadn't prepared this. I wasn't expecting a seconder to say something, so I'll be off the cuff. Laurie and I have been riding with the Southwest Cycling Club for a number of years. We're both former office holders, and we have been riding, particularly on the Saturday rides in the morning. Old Coast Road has been our staple ride. And in the last 12, 18 months, we've had our cycling community worried about the extra traffic on Old Coast Road. It's probably come around a bit by the Boar impact, but it's also increasing our safety concerns from that. So we've put, trying to counteract, we've increased, advanced our start times on a Saturday till 6 o'clock instead of 6:30 to try and offset that traffic which comes through from start of work. But having said that's a Saturday ride, there's a lot of other rides go out there and a lot of other ride groups who are using Old Coast Road, and principally they're taking right through the newly part of the work that Council's done on Cathedral Drive. That's appreciated, and going out to Buffalo Beach. So I would say, and backing up Laurie, that yes, I think it's about time Council did step forward and do something in conjunction with the government. There are grants available. We've been told by West Cycle that the grants available. We just have to work to get them together, and the club and ourselves would be happy to work with Council to pull that together. It's not an easy road to work on. There'll be a lot of traffic issues, probably a lot of services issues, but I think it's time we move forward on this one. Thank you.
Obviously there'd be quite a big cost associated, because you're in essence building a road, 2 metre road. So Old Coast Road's obviously the Shire road, it's into the Shire, and Main Road's been bypassed. But does Main Road still have any say there as far as that goes? And also I know that there's funding aside pathways or footpaths, but I'm not sure that there's anything for cycleways. So I guess, and I'm certainly all for it, but I'm just wondering practically, how could this be done in what sort of a time frame? Because it's obviously it would be a huge cost.
Thank you, Councillor.
Yeah, through the chair. If we look on 2 metres for about 4 kilometres on both sides, and the other road, we're looking at, between $2 and $3 million, given the history, services, get close to hospitals, buildings, and all that stuff. Main road, that is our road. If we can apply for the asphalt funding, that stacks up in terms of accidents and whatnot. Main roads do have a recent runoff program, and that's one of the sort of rural areas and the shoulders on that. The other one is the WA Bicycle Network grants. But they are, it's only a small whole money there, and there's a lot of people applying for those grants. We've been successful with the people that have a few others missed out last year on grant, so this year. And that's on a 50-50 basis. So, yeah, look, nothing's impossible, but it is something that's not included in the public relative to 2050 cycling strategy. That focuses mainly on shared paths, and we have to use a shared path there as a term to mention, but it's obviously a shared path and not so yeah, it's not on the worst plan, so it has been a priority for us. We've got 1,000 kilometres of road, that's all fine funding. So yeah, look, I suppose it's something if council had a desire to proceed with that, we'll have to get the cost of that and look at what funding sources are available and at what time frame that would occur and how it would fit into the other priority funding priorities to maintain our infrastructure.
So we'd be happy to keep that motion as it stands. We're in something like we conduct a feasibility study, look at funding models, and before we come back to council.
The can't see the top line. Thank you. It says consider the establishment. So, as I said earlier, the report can come to council if this motion is supported, and we can perhaps then
Can I just say that it's the major link between Bunbury and Australind, that road. So it's an important road for everybody. So the overall safety of people in cars and on bikes is just as important.
Thank
To
you.
have that road home.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. Councillor Caprico.
Thanks, Madam. Just got a question, or maybe more an amendment. I think if we change the word from consider to investigate, that will trigger the need to do a study, feasibility study on this proposed project, where we look at costs, etc. We have got multi-use paths along there, and I'm not familiar with all of them, but I believe there's one along the estuary and also one on the eastern side of Old Coast Road. Those people walking and riding along there. The City of Perth have lots of multi-use paths right through the city, and I see a lot of cyclists up there utilising that. I tend to worry about, a bit concerned about cyclists on the edge of a busy road, even though you've given the 2 metre width. Being a cyclist myself, we tend to bunch up and chat as we ride, and before you know it, we're 3 abreast, and someone could accidentally get onto the verge and, God forbid, an accident. So if we ever propose with this project, you know, the 2 metres is going to end up being wider than that, because the verge of the 2 metre. So I think investigation needs to be done and look at the cost and the opportunity of getting it done, how much it costs us and what grants are available. So if we can change that, consider to investigate, then I think that makes it an investigation.
Yeah, just on Councillor's comments, the Department of Transport funded that shared path all the way from Collingwood Bridge to there, so it was highly unlikely to get additional funding from there for this.
Okay, before I ask Mr. Wilson, Councillor Bron, did you have something?
Yes, I've got a question to Mr. Nelson. I understand that it's our road, but for this to be passed, the main roads have to have something put into the design.
Yeah, they are the lining and signage authority in the state, so they would be responsible for approving the signs and line art. They would be responsible for whether that, it's a very straight road, there's no real geometrical issues like we have over here with our famous intersection. It's a pretty straightforward design. Obviously, it's getting close to the issue on one side, we have to look at sort of shifting over to the east. So there's a bit of work to do to get those magnitude of shoulders on certain sections of that road. But yeah, I'll be probably approve the signs and line art.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Wilson, on what has Councillor Caprico raised, are you happy to move that wording from?
Yes, I'm happy to move that to investigate.
Change that to investigate?
I'm happy with it. Just commenting further.
Mr. Wilson, do you want to come up to the
Yeah.
microphone? Because I'll get you just to sum up and then we'll continue.
I'm happy to see that motion changed to look into investigate. The other thing is, with that road, the council, the Shire, has done some improvements on that road. So every so often I see, oh, they've put a little bit there and a little bit there. I can see they're trying to help us, but overall, it's quite a dangerous road because we have caravans trying to pass us, trucks trying to pass us, and that's quite a dangerous procedure. In fact, I have a special radar on the back of my bike that alerts me to vehicles once they get within 150 metres of me, so I know how to get out of the way. But a lot of other cyclists don't have that facility. And just alluding to you about cycling, if you join a club, the South West Cycle Club, we would not allow you to ride 3. We would soon tell you off. In fact, we always stipulate on that road we ride single file. So it's always good to join a club.
So we have that amended motion, change wording from unanimous, so I'll put it to the vote. All those in favour? Against? I think that's unanimous. Thank you, and thank you for that. So are there any other notice of motions? No? Thank you for that. So we'll now move into public question time, and we have received some questions on notice. So I'll invite Ms. Lynn Watt to come forward. Thank you, Lynn.
Good afternoon, Madam President, staff, councillors. Thank you for letting me speak. My name is Lynn Watt, and I live in Uduck Road, Harvey. I've been a community member here since 1986, and I've worked in the area as well as lived here. I've got several questions. Do you want all of them at this one at a time?
So, yeah, your first
Right.
question I'll read out if you like.
No, that. Oh, that's right. I can.
Okay.
Yep, I can speak,
Yep.
even though it's faulted. First of all, congratulations to Lot 208 for youth for all they do for the youth in Australind. When is the rest of the Shire going to be included? The new skate park in Harvey is really looking good. However, it's disappointing that the youth centre in Harvey, as discussed, has not been forthcoming. What I suggested in my proposal was to get a bus and take the kids from Yarloop, Harvey, Brunswick to Australind on a Friday night, even if it's temporarily. And Lottery West will provide buses for youth centres, but it's the ongoing costs as far as paying for a driver, the insurance, and fuel, and somewhere to house the vehicle. So.
If you like, Mrs. White, I'll just answer those ones
Yep.
because they're focused around the youth.
Yep.
So your first question is in regards to Lot 208 and when the Shire is going to be included. So I know you have some history with Lot 208 and you'll understand that they work independently to the Shire, providing youth services as a local community incorporated body. The Shire provides the community lease to Lot 208 to operate within Shire-owned asset. Lot 208 was successful in gaining a 5-year partnership, which now includes a holiday program, and by doing that, it now allows the Shire to use its resources to deliver youth services in other areas within the Shire. So, the Shire currently provides a mixed model of service delivery for young people, and this includes council funded and delivered programs such as school holiday programs, our rec centre programs and libraries. And as I mentioned, Lot 208 is funded and it's an external organisation. Council has identified a need for a youth group in Harvey, we understand that, and extensive consultation with local schools, community groups and organisations has been carried out, and engagement also through pop-ups has also been carried out, and we engaged with 181 young participants in Harvey in regards to that. The key message was the youth wanted a space to hang out, and within Harvey, HRCC is currently that space, as it is a familiar space and stays open later on weekdays and weekends. And the youth indicated they used the court and the oval space. Most of the responses were youth wanted to participate in some sort of physical type activity or gaming, and most wanted to continue utilising the HRCC facility. Council did deliberate on alternate locations such as the RSL. However, at the time it was identified that this may not be available. So we are still looking at options on how to deliver a youth service within Harvey, and we acknowledge that there is a need for a service, and that today's youth needs are far more complex So should there be an external organisation that would like to step in, I'm sure the Shire will help them, as we do with what 208 to deliver the youth services at the southern end of the Shire. So let's take away that we are cognizant of the need for youth services up here, and we do our best to deliver it through our rec centres and the school holiday programs and through the libraries, and we are still searching for a suitable location to deliver that service moving forward, and we'd like someone to step up. We're happy to deliver that. In regards to and we are excited about the community's response to the Harvey Skate Park, so thank you for raising that.
That looks good.
Yeah, it looks wonderful, and we are looking forward to, I believe, opening that up or having some sort of program this month, I think, for the 7th of April. So
7th of
April. On, everybody, I expect to see you down there.
Yeah, not likely.
In regards to can the Shire provide a bus to take kids from Harvey District to Australia? Local governments are not approved providers of transportation services for children under the requirements of the National Quality Framework. The delivery of children to and collection of children from educational care service premises and other destinations, as well as excursions, must align with the requirements under the Education and Care Services National Regulations. These apply to providers of education and care services that offer or arrange transportation of children as part of the education and care service. So there are issues in regards to the Shire providing a bus. However, once again, similar to an external organisation, if they were in a position to put a bus on, then that could maybe be investigated, but certainly, unfortunately, not by the Shire.
Okay. Thank you.
Did you have other questions?
Oh, do you want them all now?
Yes.
Oh, right.
We've got the platforms.
Okay. Okay, I'm concerned that so many good staff are leaving the employment of the Shire of Harvey and do not accept that it's always because of the mining sector. The community believe that it's due to not following policies and procedures, lack of transparency, nepotism, ageism and bullying by staff. The evidence is out there and that the above is happening, and the people of Harvey are very upset that the issues that are being experienced by the staff and the community, I might add. People are leaving in droves. Where's the stability? Staff have no voice. They do not speak, or when they do speak up, the senior staff suggest that they get another job. However, somebody has to speak out. The community would like to see exit evaluations and other evaluations done by an independent person or agency which has been approved by the councillors. There's a lot of staff that are, because a lot of staff are concerned that what they say is swept under the carpet, disregarded, or will impact their future careers. That's why they don't speak out. All staff and volunteers need to be valued, not just the ones on the inner circle. Do councillors get to read the exit evaluations? If not, why not? And if councillors have no voice either, then where is the transparency?
There's a number of
different
issues there. So we will deal with where is the stability, which is one of the first questions you asked. So I'll just ask the CEO to respond to that one.
Thank you very much. Look, the retention of staff is a key priority of the Shire of Harvey. We do have a workforce and diversity plan which details all of the objectives and strategies that we have in regards to attraction, engagement and wellbeing, and also performance. And so we provide that information to council on an annual basis. We present the plan, we provide turnover rates, also the demographics workforce, and also the strategies that we have in place. So in regards to the loss of staff, is regrettable. There are a number of reasons why staff may leave voluntarily or involuntarily. And so we do conduct exit interviews as part of that process. I would say I've looked through and looked at our turnover rates, and currently the turnover rate in Shire of Harvey is 12.54%. And looking at the national average for rural local governments is 20%. Industry average for local governments of our size is 23%, and across Western Australia it's 25% in local government. So there are a number of reasons for that, particularly in regards to key challenges that we find at the Shire of Harvey in regards to salary levels, competing not only with mining sectors but also other local governments in regards to location and levels of pay. We do have a diverse workforce, a lot of gender balance here, and also 122 of our staff members are over 45 years of age. So when I hear things like ageism, bullying, nepotism, that's not what I find here in Shire, because we have a lot of policies and procedures that we work through with council to ensure that we have those strategies in place to be able to support our staff. Now, when we have instances, and I can see you shaking your head, and you may have had personal experience of this, but I'm talking from an organisational perspective in regards to our code of conduct and our grievance policies. Staff have the ability to raise concerns directly through our human resources team, and they can be investigated, and there is no victimisation in regards to staff when they raise concerns. So please be aware that if any concerns in regards to bullying and harassment are raised in the organisation, they are thoroughly investigated. In regards to exit surveys, they are offered to all employees who leave the organisation, and I personally read every exit interview so that we can look at ways that we can do things better or how we can adjust our workforce so that we can work to all employees that work here in the Shire. In regards to the opportunity for councillors to read exit surveys, the employment of staff is a responsibility of the CEO. The council is responsible for the employment of myself. So that is confidential employee information which is retained to the organisation. So, thank you.
I just want to follow up that in regards to councillors get to read exit evaluations, under the Local Government Act 1995, there's clear distinctions between the roles and responsibilities of council and those of the administration. So the role of council is to set the future direction of the Shire of Harvey. We decide on policy, we allocate funding to meet the resource needs, and we decide on the level of community services. And we also appoint the CEO. So there's that distinction between the operational side and the government side.
Right.
I think the CEO has addressed most of those issues. Okay.
And it wasn't on a personal level that I raised all those the issues. Okay. Righto, on to the next thing now. Are we happy with that? Are we?
Numbers and numbers.
When's the new library in Harvey going to be started, and how much has been spent on architects and planning to date, and a timeline, please?
Okay, so the Harvey, thank you for your question. So the Harvey Community Precinct Project program for stage 1 delivery is currently for commencement in January 2025, with approximately 2 years for construction subject to funding. The Shire is engaging with both the state and federal government seeking investment in the project for it to proceed. And I've recently had discussions with our local MLA funding around that as well. And the total spend to date on planning on the project has been 1.315 million to date.
And the rest of the precinct is not going ahead, or is it just the library that's going ahead?
No,
sorry.
The project will be staged. A lot of it depends on funding.
Yep.
And you can see any building of new infrastructure is expensive. So, council will be looking at how we proceed with the Harvey precinct in regards to the staging.
Okay.
But the library is a priority.
Good. Happy with that? What's happening with the Yarloop workshops and a timeline, please?
Okay, so there have been some issues that you're probably aware of in regards to the Yarloop workshops. So the redevelopment has recommenced with an early contractor involvement, and that's a contract to Perkins Builders. The scope of this contract is to assess the structural integrity. To assess, or suggest it to be, the structural integrity of the existing works to date. So we need to assess how compliant they are and how sound they are, and to rescope the project and determine what products can be delivered with the remaining existing budget. The proposal will be presented to Council in the March 2024 meeting for approval to award the tender with a target construction estimate specified. So if the construction contract is awarded, the buildings will be completed in the 24-25 year. That doesn't make sense. We could probably vote to the CEO to embellish that a bit more.
No, that's all right. If we've got a timeline on that one, that's all right. And just a last comment, if I may. I've never seen community morale so low in Harvey, which is due to the way that the Shire is addressing issues. Is not addressing issues, I should say. In the whole time I've lived here, there's a lot of people that are extremely unhappy. But I must say, over the last 12 months, I applaud all the good things that you've done with the Shire, but then there's still lots and lots more improvement that needs to be made.
We're always looking at improving, this is what, and I encourage that, if you do have issues, then please reach out to the councillors, that's what we're here for, and they're all approachable, contact numbers, emails and the like, and if there are issues that we feel around staffing, we will reach out to the CEO.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Watt, for your questions. All righty. Do I have Mrs. Lockhouse in the house? I do, behind in the corner there, Mary. Welcome, you have a question.
Yes. My question is, how much does the Shire of Harvey pay in pest rates to Peel Harvey Biosecurity Group? On how many reserves of 1 hectare or more does the Shire of Harvey pay pest rates? Is the Shire aware that by the BAM Act, shires are not required to pay pest rates?
Good question. I'll hand you over to the CEO. Very good question, Mrs. Woodhouse.
And unfortunately, some key staff are not with us today in regards to be able to fully answer your question. So we'll get that through the minutes to provide a full response and to directly, but we did check through our financial record keeping system, and the last 2 years we have not paid anything in regards to a pest rate. So we just need to look into the legislation in regards to what applies to local government, and we'll do that more fully and provide you back with a response. There's nothing in our Shire system that we can see as payments made for that.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything in the budget, but I had been told you paid it on your hundreds of reserves, so I just wanted to clarify it.
Good question.
We'll check into that.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we have Karen, please. Guess what your question was?
Oh, you did. And it's going to be short and sweet, and it's certainly not as involved as everyone else's. Hi, Karen Leask, 3 Cook Place in Australind. I'd just like to ask the Shire if it would be possible to have 3 spring-loaded gates put on the northern boundary of the Brunswick Agricultural Showgrounds. And the reason for that is it's the off-lead dog exercise area, and the gates are locked open at the moment, and so there's 3 exit points that are pretty hard to supervise 100% of the time. We're asking for the spring-loaded ones rather than a latch, because then everybody can use it. You just got to push it and it goes back to closed. So that's my question.
Yeah, look, it was raised at a Brunswick Place Advisory Group meeting some time ago, and the advice was that it wouldn't be supported because even dogs that are off leash need to be under the control of the owner at the time. Yeah, that's the response I was given. But I'm prepared to follow that up.
Yeah. Thank you, because we've formed through just everyday walking a group of people now, and we could have 15 to 20 dogs, you know, in our group with people trying to watch them all, and it does get a bit, and Clifton Road's a bit of a busy road, so if you could follow that up for us, that would be fantastic.
It might be a good idea to meet on site and have a chat and actually look at what's going on down there. Because,
Sure, we're there every day, 7:30, 8 o'clock.
I think I saw you there pretty soon.
There you go, you've got a date with Mr. Oxford.
Oh, except I am going fishing tomorrow until Monday, so maybe not maybe not the long weekend. Yeah, you got my contact number. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Question. Can I invite Miss Jenny Devereaux up? Thank you, Jenny.
Good afternoon, I'm Jenny Devereaux from 73 Herbert Road in Harvey. I'm a member of the Harvey District Creative Arts Centre and have been for many, many years, too many to count actually. I just would like to ask why the old church has been on the corner of Gibbs Street and Young Street has been removed from our lease after 40 years. And second question is what are the Shire going to do about the building, or what are they going to use it for? Yes, I guess it's because it's been part of the lease for such a long time, and it was so much hard work went into actually obtaining that the church, and the old church as we call it, and the classrooms. It's kind of part of us. A lot of us have been there for way over 30 years. So I guess it was a bit of an upset when people thought, well, and do we have to hire it? And if we have to pay for it, we don't have funds to afford to hire it if we have an exhibition for a week. It would just make it just seems that it's made it now a building that people are not going to be used because it's just too expensive to hire. That was all.
I might just ask my coordinator of governance to just respond to that. I know that she had conversations with the president of the park. Through the chair, good afternoon, Jenny.
Hi.
With respect to the old church, it was actually identified that the Shire was maintaining that. However, it was written in the report that the event fees would be waived for
unfortunately, that information didn't get produced to all the members. It was only just, but I can appreciate it was done a long time ago, but just bringing it up because a few people had said just fairly recently, what? We didn't know about it, so we just was asking the question. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. And I've got Mrs. Marshall. Hi, Sue. Hello.
Thank you very much, Sue Marshall of Harvey. I wasn't actually prepared really to ask questions, but I did jot a few things down that I've put in, and they sort of link in with a couple of other questions that have been asked. I'm a community member on the Harvey Community Precinct Reference Group, plus I'm on as a community member on the Harvey Place Advisory Group, and sort of a couple of the questions that today have linked in with. One of them was, I recognise that the precinct is a staged process, and I think at the Harvey Place it was said that the stage one would be going ahead, which would be the library, the radio station, and because that's within the library. But I was wondering about the two heritage buildings that are in the precinct, one of them being the old church and the other one being the town hall. And I recognise that we had a few changes within those buildings within the community precinct proposal. So if they've been sort of pushed back and they're sort of out of the timeline as such, I just wondered whether if it's mostly aesthetic for the town hall and restoring some original features, and I understand there's been some work done for safety around the stage last year, so it is usable, but perhaps air conditioning could be put forward as a separate proposal to the precinct, because it would make the town hall much more usable. It's a lovely space year round. It's already being used, but obviously more user friendly. I just think that should be taken from the timeline of the precinct, because I think it would really enhance the building. And then as far as the church goes, I thought that at the Harvey Place meeting last year, it was suggested that the art collection, the Shire of Harvey's art collection, was going to be housed there because it needs a home. So I don't know if that was just a thought or whether it's actually been passed. But again, whatever services need to be added to the church as far as air conditioning, or, you know, we talked about facilities, there's no other facilities there when you use it, there's no toilets. So just if those things have been pushed out, that I just don't want the heritage buildings to be forgotten, because they'll be really at the tail end of it. So I think there are already buildings that are being used, and touching on what Jenny Devereux said and Lynn Watt, I don't know where that links in with the creative arts, but they were just my questions. And just as a cheeky one, I didn't actually write it down, but I just threw to Mr Lotsnigger the question that I asked last year about the footpath in front of the Harvey Hospital. I'm just wondering where that's at.
It's on budget this year, and I signed off on it. We'll do it with the design of it as in the hospital, and I signed off on it this week, so it's happening.
Good. It's no. Yeah. So I don't know if they're questions to be asked or whether answered, or whether they are just something to be put forward.
Thank you, Mrs. Marshall. In regards to the works for the town hall, and you're correct that that will be a later stage, and a lot of that is aesthetics. I'll just need to look to see whether air conditioning was part of the proposed works and what the cost was attributed to that. So that's something that we looked at. In regards to the housing of the art collection, as you've been aware, Harvey Radio has moved into the art gallery building, and the artwork has been stored. There was the proposal internally that it could potentially be housed in the old church, and so part of the lease negotiations with the creative arts was to lease that building, not only for the future of the community precinct when that comes to fruition, but also to undertake that investigation and bring a report to council relating to the costs involved and the logistics and whether that space would work. And you're right in regards to air conditioning and climate control are all essential parts of that, and then also the ability to access the pollution facilities as well. So yeah, that's something that will be a report to council for council to consider. That first stage was releasing creative arts. Yes.
Yeah. Can I just say something on that? I guess it's just for the community's knowledge that it's recognised that Harvey Community Radio moved into the Beecher Street property because the current building would be demolished. But it was initially to go as a co-lease with the Harvey Art Society, so it wasn't because the radio station moved in there that the art had to be moved. We were actually going to be so that was something that happened with the Harvey Art Society. So I just think that needs to be made clear that we haven't bumped them out. No. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. Are there any other questions? Can I ask just one? Yes, come forward.
I'm Pauline Rattray and I live in 14 Buckby Road, Harvey. You'll know that I'm pretty passionate about the library and the extension to it, and it just seems to me that every time we mention it, another 2 years gets added on. And I'd just like to know, are you really serious about really starting it soon and really providing the space that is desperately needed in the library?
And I know you are very passionate about the libraries for me. All I can answer is we are.
So, do we really have a time when we're going to walk through that door and see a bigger library?
I'll pass that one to the CEO.
I am very keen, as I'm sure Council is, in regards to the level of planning that has been undertaken on this precinct, in particular within the library, that was started back, I think, in 2014. So, as part, and I know that the policy being announced today in regards to the community precinct, all of that was the development of all of the detailed design documentation which allows a tender to be issued. We have the development approval which has been issued for the project. We have $8 million of Shire loan funding towards the library. However, we need to obtain some additional grant funding to get that stage over the line, and we have been actively advocating and submitting grant applications and budget submissions to be able to get that additional funding. So it definitely is a priority, and we're working as hard as we can, and we are ready to go as soon as we can obtain that additional funding.
Well, that's really heartening. Thank you.
Thank you, Pauline. Okay, if there's no other questions, I'd just like to thank councillors, staff, and in particular all of our directors that attended today's meeting. It's humbling to see so many people in the chambers, and local government is probably, or is the only level of government where local directors can actually are welcome into the chambers and can ask their questions directly to the councillors and staff. So I thank you very much for making use of that, and I declare the meeting closed. So thank you very much. Thank you.